What's up?
Let's do it like this. I'm going to give you a receiver, and you'll tell me if you would take them next year or if you would take Michael Pittman Jr. So Michael Pittman Jr. or Marquise Brown.
Marquise Brown, because he's probably gonna have some ungodly numbers early on, and then even after the fact, if he catches the goddamn ball, because his routes they're like deep routes. You know what I mean? Michael Pittman, I feel like he's not running those deeper routes. He's running like intermediate routes. I feel like Marquise Brown, like I feel like you can go Pittman though in that situation. You know what I mean, Sam? Like you could say I'm gonna take Pittman over him. I just feel like,
I think I would take Pittman, honestly.
Yeah. I think I'm just biased. Bias on Marquise Brown. I'm just biased on Marquise Brown because I've seen the drops he makes, and then the share of yards he somehow still puts up with dropping the ball is very strange.
Definitely. Pittman's I was surprised at Pittman's numbers from last year. Like I was looking at him when doing the ranks, and I feel like people weren't talking about it enough, like how good of a season he was having. So I threw him in there, I think, a little bit higher. Yeah, I had him 18. Yeah, and I think he could definitely end up close to that, cracking that like 15 to 20 range.
Okay. All right. We had Marquise at 26, 27 tied. Let's try this. Michael Pittman Jr. or Deontay Johnson with the Steelers.
But that's another one. Same shit as Marquise Brown. Like he catches the ball because he's getting behind the defense. You know what I mean? So he can be that dude that has 4 receptions for 100 yards. You know, but Pittman could be that receiver that has 6 catches for 50 or for like 70 yards. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Maybe he has a touchdown, but Deontay has 4 for 100 with a tub. You know what I mean?
So who are you taking?
I'm gonna take Deontay again. I'm gonna stay to what I've been saying. Even with them dudes driving the ball. But if I was taking a receiver to put on the Ravens, I'd take Pittman.
All right, Sam.
I have Pittman a few spots above Deontay Johnson. I think, like I said, I was not paying enough attention to Pittman's season last year, but I was paying attention to Deontay Johnson and some of the drops and just kind of like empty calorie, like short dump off Roethlisberger catches, like just stick in my mind way more is like, is this guy actually good, or does he just get like 9 catches for 60 yards with like 2 drops?
2 costly drops too, because he'll have that one big play, and then like Sam said, he might get some dink and dunks, like where it's like a screen or something. He takes a couple yards, or just a short route that he catches.
All right, let's do this last one. Michael Pittman Jr. or Mike Williams with the Chargers.
Williams.
Damn.
Pittman, just because he's a number 1 option.
Okay, damn, you ain't even hesitate, my guy.
I'm taking Williams, bro. The Williams to Justin Herbert connection is very weird and very good. So,
did you know Williams dropped more passes than Deontay Johnson last year?
Wow, really?
Yeah, Deontay Johnson dropped a ton of passes in 2020.
My question is, because he fixed it a little bit. I always wonder how they count it, though, because are we counting drops where the ball, you put your hand out, but you don't catch it? Or are we counting legit, like you just drop it and it's in your hands and you let it go? Like, I always wondered how they count that. Because as a kid, people are like, hey, if it touches your hand and you go out to get it and you just can't bring it in, it's a drop. But I always have the biggest question for how the NFL counts this, because there's times where I see Mike Evans drop the ball, but then like he has drop numbers at the end of the year, and I'm like, okay, am I counting wrong, or is the definition not this? Like, what's the true definition of this? You know what I mean?
Okay. You know how Michael Thomas's like social media handle is "Can't Guard Mike"?
Yes.
One of my friends calls Mike Williams "Can't Catch Mike."
I've never heard that, but like you pick up drops, like, but I don't watch the Chargers thoroughly to see it, because I only see him make the big play, like when they need it. Like Herbert just bombs it to him, and then it's on ESPN or the NFL networks talking about he made this big catch.